Hello, my dear young and energetic Physioton Army. A very warm welcome to Diksha Vedantu YouTube channel. I'm your master teacher Neha ma'am. In today's session, I'll be discussing about how to become IAS, IPS, IFS officer. So you're done with your 10th boards and you'll be thinking about where to go, what is my goal and all. If your goal is to become IAS, IPS or IFS officer, then this video is for you. So I'll be discussing you the roadmap which you can follow in your 9th, 10th and after that to reach your goal destination. Okay, so let's start with today's session, how to reach your goal. Okay, so starting with your session, before moving ahead, those who haven't subscribed the channel yet, just go and subscribe the channel because we'll be bringing these kind of videos regularly on this channel. And also if you like the video, hit the like button, share the videos with your friends so that they can also get to know about these things. Okay. First, we'll be discussing about the structure. What is the structure? What is the role of an IAS, IPS and IFS officer? What will be the stages of exam? What is the syllabus? What is the actionable steps that you can take as of now? Okay, we'll be discussing about all of these things to reach your destination. Okay, let's start with the structure. What's the structure? What is going on here? Okay, UPSC. We know, right? UPSC is going to conduct the examination. It is called as Civil Service Examination. Under the UPSC, it will be conducting many examination in that CSE, that is Civil Services Examination. Under that, you can go to these posts if you qualify with a good marks. Okay, so let's be clear with the structure. So that is Civil Service Exam under UPSC. Okay, let's discuss about IAS. Okay, what is the responsibility and what is the role of an IAS officer? You must know that if you're aspiring to be an IAS officer, you must know what are the responsibilities they have to follow, right? So they are responsible for maintaining law order. Okay, so maintaining the law and order in their region. Okay, improving public services and positively changing our communities. They must be a strong leader to lead a particular place. They must be influential leader, right? So these kind of attributes an IAS officer should have to positively impact their place. Okay, the major role of IPS officer is to ensure the safety of people under the judiciary. So to maintain the safety of people, to check everything is going well in the region given to them is the duty, is the responsibility of a IPS officer. And what's the role of IFS officer? IAS officer work within the country managing the policy and public services. IFS officers represent India globally. Okay, IFS officer, Indian Foreign Service, right? So in a global context, a IFS officer is a representative of India. Okay, diplomatic ties and promoting national interest in abroad. So that's the role performed by IFS officer to expand the India's work in all over the world. Clear? Coming towards the exam, what exams you have to take here? So as I said, in civil services exam, you'll be having these three stages. Prelims, you must qualify your prelims first, then you can attend. Okay, after qualifying prelims, you'll give your mains examination. After qualifying mains, then you'll be appearing for interview. And let me tell you that as I'm staying by stage 1 to stage 2, it's not that easy. You must be very hardworking. You must gather lots of knowledge, lots of dedication, lots of time you have to put here to go from one stage to other. It's not as easy as I'm saying here. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want to achieve this, if you're serious about it, then you have to work a lot. It's not a cup of tea of all, right? So keep that in the mind. If you want to achieve, then yeah, definitely you can. Okay, you can see the ratio of aspirants attending the examination and the people or who will be qualifying is very less. Right, the percentage is less, so more dedication, more hard work is required. The most important topic, okay, the most important thing of this topic is the actionable steps. Okay, ma'am, we know about the information, but what we can do as of now? So as of now, you can clear your NCERT foundation. Okay, in the examination, you'll be getting the questions from science, from social, and that requires your NCERT also. So whatever class you are in 9th or 10th, or you're done with 9th and 10th, so study your NCERT thoroughly, because it is going to help you in the examination. Okay, have the clear goal and believe in it. It's not partial. Let's see, it doesn't work here. If you want, you must be serious, and you have to believe that that will work for you. Okay, do the writing practices, because in JEE and NEET examination we can see MCQ kind of questions, but here your writing skills will be tested, maybe handwriting or time management while writing the things. So make the practice of writing the things. Okay, not just reading them. Language and general knowledge. Languages are important. Improve your communication skill during the interview. You require that, right? And also general knowledge, which is extremely important. Like there will be something as static GK, which is constant over the period of time, and you should be aware of the current affairs also, which is going on at particular this time. So all these things are very important. You should be disciplined in your studies. Okay, discipline is required. So you can see, if you see the post, if you see the people who are IAS, IFS and IBS officer, they are the disciplined persons. Okay, they are not like, oh, whatever happens and all. They are strict, they are stiff, they are disciplined. So that kind of personality, you must develop it. Okay, to reach that personality, you must start to inculcate some of the habits such as discipline and all. Again, as I said in the JEE video also, this is not a sprint race, it's a marathon. You can think that, ma'am, after graduation, I will write IAS exam, I'll qualify. It's not that easy also. You must prepare for it for a years and ago. Okay, so it's a kind of marathon, and you must be keep on running. Either if you fail, if you're seriously towards it, you should get up again and try again until you get the success. So this is the way that is going to be here. Okay, so yeah, check out our channel, Diksha Vedantu Kannada. Also, yeah, this was Diksha Vedantu English, right? So yeah, this was about today's session. I hope you liked today's session. If you like it, just hit the like button, share the videos with your friends, and subscribe the channel if you're not yet. So I hope this video is helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet again in the next session. Bye-bye.